Hello, boys and girls. So today we are going to work with a story, and we have the story on email. So hopefully you've been able to print that out, and you're going to need a highlighter or a yellow crayon. So go ahead and pause the video and get your story if you need it and your highlighter or yellow crayon, please. All right, so we are going to look for some words in the text. Can you find the word it's? It's. Let's see if we can find it's. Here it is right here. Up at the top, first line. Let's highlight it's. Okay, so it's has the short I sound in it. Do you hear it? It's has the short I sound. And it's also a contraction because it is pushed together, and then the I pops out and leaves a scar, which is the apostrophe there. Okay, so let's look at the next thing we want to find. The next thing we want to find is the word yes. The word yes. All right, and yes is here, down here in the text. So if we say yes, can you say out loud, what is the short vowel sound that you hear in yes? That's right, it's eh, right? Now we're going to look for a different word. We're going to look for the word dream. Dream. Let's find dream. All right, that one is up here, the top of the text. Right here, dream. Okay, and if you notice, the word dream has got a vowel blend in it, EA. And remember, EA says E, and A. So what is it saying in dream? That's right, it's saying E. So EA is a vowel blend that says E in dream in this passage. All right, can you find the word smoky? Smoky. All right, the word smoky is here, right underneath dream, almost. And so the word smoky has the E sound for the Y at the end. It's also uppercase. Do you have any idea why it would be uppercase there? It says Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So here, Smoky is part of a name of a place. Yes, name of a place. So that is why we have the uppercase S for smoky. All right, let's look for the word black. See if you can find the word black. It may be in more than one place. Now, if you found it here, that is fine. If you found it here, that is fine. And if you found it down here, that is fine. And honestly, if you see it anywhere else, that's fine too. Just highlight one of them, okay? Let's look at the word black. What do we notice that is a consonant blend? That's two consonants together that are said very quickly. That's the bl. Bl is a consonant blend. Now the CK is a phonogram. It's k, a two-letter k. So we've got some special things, a couple of special things going on in this word as well. All right, so let's find the word this and highlight this. And again, you only have to find it once if there's more than one this. Okay, so here is the word this right down here. And we see a phonogram at the beginning of this, right? And it has the v sound. Remember, you can move your thumb like this for v in this. The TH says v, right? And the vowel sound in this is the I sound, the short I sound, right? Now, the last word we're going to look for in here is the word, why. The word why. So look for that. And again, you only have to find it one time and highlight it. Why. Okay, so the word is right here. Why. W-H-Y. This is a very strange word, really, because there's a lot going on in it that we don't necessarily see happening a lot with letters together like this. But there are some words that are very different in our language, and this would be one of them. So why? We have the sound there, W-H. That's a phonogram that says and then why very often will steal another vowel sound at the end of a word. It's doing that here, and it's saying I. So why is the word there. Okay? All right. So I am going to read this passage to you. And if you notice, this is an interesting passage because we've got red words here that say grace, right? And then we've got green words here that say Ranger Diaz. So what's happening is it's like a little play. And sometimes Grace is talking and sometimes Ranger Diaz is talking. So I'm going to try to do two different voices so you can tell them apart, okay? Hello, Ranger Diaz. It's nice to meet you. I'd love to know more about your work. I have a dream job, Grace. I'm a ranger in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. What do you like best about the job? I like to tell visitors about the park and the black bears. The park has about 1,500 black bears. Black bears? Wow! Are the bears dangerous? Bears are wild animals, so yes, they can be dangerous. That's why the park has rules about them. What are the rules? The most important rule is this. Do not go near a bear. Stay far away. But what if I want to see a bear up close? Be safe. Use a camera with a zoom lens to watch it, but don't get close. Thanks, Ranger Diaz. I hope I can visit your park soon. I'll be sure to bring a camera with me. All right, so you have heard me read the story through one time, so you kind of get the idea of the meaning behind the story and what it's about. What I want you to do now is pause the video and read this story to yourself, and we are going to practice working with these highlighted words to make sure that we pronounce them correctly, thinking about those blends and phonograms and vowel sounds that we talked about. So this is your practice time to read through it, and then we'll move on to something else. Go ahead and pause the video, please. All right, hopefully you had a chance to read your article there, Meet Ranger Diaz, and we are going to put this off to one side now, okay? So the next thing you need is to go and get a piece of paper. So go ahead and pause your video and get a piece of paper and a pencil, please. All right, so hopefully you were able to get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually write some of our words, okay? So our spelling words this week are graph, budge, and I want you to write these down. We're going to pause the video at the end so that you can see them all and have time to write if you need it, okay? So graph and budge, chest and shop, fetch and stand, flip and this, and just and clock. So I want you to go ahead and write these words at the top of your paper. So pause the video so you can see these words and write them up at the top of your paper, please. All right, so now we are going to make a number. Actually, let's do a line first. There we go. And then a number 1. Okay? And I'm going to give you a clue. And you have to figure out which word, which spelling word goes with the clue that I give you. Okay? So here we go. Clue number 1. This word means to turn a pancake over. Write the word. This word means to turn a pancake over. And you can pause if you need to at any time. Number 2, let's come over and write a 2. Number 2, you use this to tell time. You use this to tell time. Write the spelling word that goes with that idea. And again, pause when you need to. Number 3, to bring a thrown object back. Which spelling word goes with that idea? To bring a thrown object back. Write the word. And I'm sorry, I should have written a 3. To bring a thrown object back. Number 4. You can store things in this. You can store things in this. Number 5. This tells me about numbers, often in an informational text. This tells me about numbers, often in an informational text. All right, next one. This is a place where my mom gets groceries. This is a place where my mom gets groceries. All right. Number 7. a word that tells I'm sorry, I missed something there. Okay, a word that means to move something. A word that means to move something. All right, that was number 7. So now we're on to number 8. If I'm sitting and I get up, I blank. What word would go in the blank? If I'm sitting and I get up, I blank. Okay, number 9. This word has a consonant blend at the end of it, and you have not written it yet. This word has a consonant blend at the end. Okay? And number 10. This word has a consonant blend at the beginning. This word has a consonant blend at the beginning. And you haven't written it yet. Okay, let's go back and see what all these different words were. And remember, we were picking from this list that we wrote at the top, right? So number 1, your clue was to turn a pancake over. To turn a pancake over. So what word would that be? That would be the word flip, right? So I'm going to put a line through flip so that I know I've already written it. Full, there's my blend, full ip, flip, right? Number 2, you use this to tell time. What did you write? Clock. Col, there's our consonant blend, ah, and then CK is our phonogram at the end of that word, clock. And we'll put a line through that one. Number 3, to bring a thrown object back. What did you write? That one is the word fetch. Fetch. And then we have our 3-letter consonant blend that we talked about earlier in the week. Fetch, or maybe it was last week. It was Friday. Fetch. Okay, number 4 said you can store things in this. You can store things in this. That was a chest. Ch is CH, and then we have a blend at the end. St, chest. And we can put a line through that one. Number 5 said, this tells me about numbers often in an informational text. This tells me about numbers often in an informational text. That was the word. What? What did you put? Graph. So we have our consonant blend gr, and then a, and then f is ph. Remember that it's strange, but p and h together make the f, a two-letter sound. Okay? Number 6. This is a place where my mom gets groceries. Which word is that? That is the word shop. So when we write shop, we have the sh sound, a, p, shop, shop. So we can cross that one off. 7, a word that means to move something. What is the word that means to move something? That is the word budge. Oh, we never crossed off graph. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. Budge. So if we look at the spelling, we have b, and then we have a 3-letter blend here, j. Remember, we talked Friday about the j sound with D, G, and E. Number 8. If I'm sitting and I get up, I blank. What is it that I do? I stand. That's st. There's your blend. And stand. So we can cross off stand. Number 9. This word has a consonant blend at the end. So which of the words left has a consonant blend at the end? Just is our consonant blend. So j, st. And we can cross off just. And number 10. Number 10 said, this word has a consonant blend at the beginning. At the beginning. This. This has TH, 2 consonants, and then I and S. This. All right? Good. Okay, let's turn our paper over. And what we want to do is we want to make a ladder with 10 rungs on it. Remember that the rungs are the steps that you climb up. So I'm going to make 2 lines to make the edges of the ladder. And then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please pause the video if you need some time to make all your lines. You want 10 rungs. All right, we are going to write the word A on the first rung. I have a ball, A. You can pause anytime I'm going too fast for you, okay? On the next line, we're going to put the word can. I can climb the ladder. Can. On the next line, we're going to put the word and. My brother and I played baseball. And. On the next line, we're going to put the word come. Please come to my party. Come. On the next line, we're going to write the word are. Are you at home today? Are. On the next line, we're going to put the word for. I have a gift for you. For. Now be careful. Make sure you've got the right meaning here because we have another word for, which is the number 4, but that is spelled differently. That has a U in it. This for is I have a gift for you. All right, next one down is the word big. The big octopus swam through the ocean. Big. The next word is go. Will you go to the park with me? Go. The next one is the word has. She has a pretty pencil. Has. And the last word is I. I want to go to the store. I. And remember that I is uppercase. Whenever it's on its own to make the word I, it needs to be uppercase. All right? So a couple of words other than I with uppercase that I want to point out to you. We have the word come, and this can be difficult for people because it's O-M-E. But O-M-E says, what does it say? So make sure when you spell come, even though you hear the U, the sound, it's going to be the O that says it this time. So come is It's an O for An O does make the sound sometimes in words. Okay. The other one I wanted to point out is the word for, because a lot of people confuse this with 2 other words. So we're going to put those other words out to the side. They confuse it with of, so let's write of out on this side. And they confuse it with from. Let's put that one out on the other side. Now, we'll put a box around each one so that they stand out for you. Okay, be very careful when you're reading this word. It is the word for. It's not of, it's not from. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to practice reading these words. You can go up and down the ladder. So climb the ladder reading the words. So we'll start down here at I, and I want you to practice reading all the way up the ladder and then practice reading all the way down the ladder. Okay? And then I want you to pick 3 words. Pick 3 words. I'm going to put the number 3 in a circle to help you remember there. Any 3 of these words on the ladder, so not these 2, but any of these on the ladder, pick 3 words and create a sentence for each word that you pick, okay? And then you will be done with this part for today. Thank you, boys and girls. Bye-bye.